Lesson 5, the scholastic imperfect tense. So in the scholastic, the future tense and the subjunctive expressed with what are expressed with what is commonly called, now lots of typos here, the imperfect. Thus, the translator must be careful between distinguishing in translation between he will do and let him do. The imperfect form is distinguished not by its endings, as is the perfect, but by its prefix. Okay, let me just explain what this paragraph was. I wrote it in a kind of a confusing way. The perfect means something that's done and finished, and it can be translated as the past tense. The imperfect can mean two things. It can mean either the future tense, so something that hasn't happened yet, but it can also be a subjunctive. So there's no separate subjunctive in Syriac. The subjunctive is part of the imperfect, and there's no other way to do a future tense or a subjunctive than to use the imperfect. So if you have something in this conjugation, so this conjugation can mean I will make, but it can also be let me make, which is the subjunctive. So the translator, as if you're ever going to be translating, you're going to see this conjugation and you're going to have to figure out from context which one the author intends. Now, the imperfect form, again, this is not at all like spoken Chaldean, but again, I think there's a conjugation in Arabic that's similar to this. So those of you who might know Arabic are going to have an easier time. The thing that distinguishes each person and number in this conjugation is not the endings, like in the perfect tense, but the beginnings. There's going to be new stuff added to the beginning of the root and a little bit at the end, but that's what's really going to distinguish it. So let me read it through. Here's to make. I will make, or let me make, is e'abed. You will make, or may you make, ta'abed. And again, it doesn't matter if the beth is hard or soft. Don't worry about that. Just worry about the patterns. E'abed, I will make. Ta'abed, you feminine. Ta'abdin. Ne'abed, he will make. Ta'abed, she will make. Ne'abed, he will make. Ta'abdun, you plural. Ta'abdan, you feminine plural. Na'abdun, na'abdan. Okay, lots to say here. Again, you can plug in any verb and it'll work this way. First, the only one that has an elap is the first person singular, I will make. So that's good. That should be easy to remember. E'abed or eqtol, something like that. The only one you're going to find elap at the beginning of is, in this tense, is going to be the first person. The second persons all begin with a tau. That's another nice pattern. Ta'abed, ta'abdin, ta'abdun, ta'abdan. That's a nice pattern to memorize. Here's what's annoying, though. You masculine will make is exactly the same as she will make. Ta'abed. It's just the way the language is. I'm not going to apologize, just learn it. And he will make, na'abed, is exactly the same as we will make, na'abed. Again, just learn it. I don't know what else to tell you. Na'abdun, abdan. You have a noon for the third person mostly, except for this feminine one. You know, whatever patterns you can notice that'll help. Plug in some other roots. I will tell you this, the verb qtal, when you put it into this pattern, for some reason, there's a wow that shows up. So this is actually iqtal. So let me read through the qtal here. Once in a while, you're going to see some extra vowels moving around. So it's going to be iqtal, taqtal, taqatlin, niqtal, taqtal, niqtal, niqatlun, taqatlun, taqatlan, niqatlun, niqatlan. Other verbs are going to be pretty regular. Again, don't try to write sentences or poems yet. Just learn the pattern. That's really what I want you to focus on. Learn this and then start to recognize it as you're praying or as you're reading. The passive of the imperfect. So I will be killed, or may I be killed, I guess. I'm giving you this verb here. Really, it's exactly the same. It's the ith sound. So this ith sound is what makes it passive. Otherwise, all the letters at the beginning are going to be just like the ones that I just presented. So اثقتل means I will be killed. اثقتل. So اقتل means I will kill. اثقتل, I will be killed. تثقتل, you masculine will be killed. تثقتلين, you feminine. نثقتل, he will be killed. تثقتل, she will be killed. نثقتل, he will be killed. تثقتلون, you plural. تثقتلان, feminine. نثقتلون, they masculine. نثقتلان, they feminine, will be killed. Again, he will be killed and we will be killed are the exact same word, as are you masculine, تثقتل, and she, تثقتل. Okay, that's the pattern. Again, practice it, memorize it. We will do lots of exercises when we get to Robinson, but I want to push you into the swimming pool and make you swim first. Okay. I think I'm going to keep going. Let me make sure. There's the imperfect. Yeah, let's take a look at the imperative. This is pretty simple. So if you want to command, the imperative has this form. Very similar to Surah, to Chaldean. Qtal. If you want to tell somebody to kill to a man, masculine, qtal. Kill, plural, if you want to speak into a group of men, qtulu. However, in the normal pronunciation, this waw is not pronounced. It's just a silent waw. So it's qtal, qtul. I'm doing this to have you remember. I spelled it this way with the dot so that you can remember that the waw is there. Qtali, that's the feminine, but again, the yoth is not pronounced. And then qtali, again, that vowel at the end is not pronounced. So really, the way you sound out, the way you hear the imperative kill, it's all going to sound tol, 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 tol. So not much new to memorize here. Be killed is if qatl. Just, sorry, I guess I should explain this. The batlana in Gushma doesn't always mean that the letter is not pronounced. Sometimes it takes gives the meaning of what's called a schwa, a very, very short vowel. So ith qatal, ith qatal, ith qatal lu. Again, a silent vowel. Ith qatal, ith qatal. So be killed has it's sort of just the root with an ith at the beginning. The infinitive, which we've talked about before, and it has the same uses really as it does in English and in Chaldean and so on. If you want to just say, name the action, that is what the infinitive is. The infinitive names an action. To kill is maqtal. So the meme at the beginning with this vowel, maqtal, means to kill. So he wants to kill ba'i al-maqtal, or ba'i d-maqtal. He wants to kill. To be killed, mithqattalu. So you have the ith at the beginning, again, making that passive, the meme, which gives it the infinitive, and then this u at the end. This is pronounced. Mithqattalu. Sorry, mithqtalu. So maqtal, mithqtalu. From now on, it's not going to be so short, but it's going to be very repetitive of things you already know. So we're going to kind of fly through. There's only 2 more lessons to get through all of this, and then we're going to get to Robinson.